I'm here with the former Speaker of the House, Newt Gingrich. She's also been a sounding board for President Trump. Is out with a new book, Understanding Trump. Thanks for coming back,
Great
Mr.
to see
Speaker.
you.
Let's begin with this issue of Robert Mueller. You've actually been quite critical of Mr. Mueller as well. Back in a couple of weeks ago, you said, actually on Friday, you said Republicans need to focus on closing down the independent counsel because it clearly isn't independent. So you believe that President Trump should order?
No, I don't think Trump should do anything to him. But I do think the congressional Republicans ought to look into this. Mueller's first 4 hires were all Democrats. One of them had worked for the Clinton Foundation. One of them had, in 2 cases, deliberately hid evidence from the defense, one of which was repudiated by 9-0 by the Supreme Court. These are bad people.
Bad people?
Bad people. I mean, these are people who are going to be after Trump.
I had Ken Starr.
He did not hire a single Republican in the first wave.
I had Ken Starr, the former independent counsel, on the show yesterday. He said this is a fantastic team of complete professionals. Well,
Ken Starr and I live in 2 different universes then. I think when the first 4 people you hire all donated to the Democrats and to Hillary, when in one case they were basically reprimanded by the Supreme Court for hiding evidence in a case which cost 85,000 people their jobs. I am very dubious about the team that Mueller is putting together.
You bring up this issue of political contributions. Back when Ken Starr was independent counsel, he himself had actually given a lot of political contributions to Republicans, yet you and others supported that effort.
That's right. And I think we're in a different world. And I think if you look at the intensity of where we are right now, whether it is somebody holding up the bleeding head of the president or a New York play showing the assassination of the president, we're in a period where if people think this is going to be a neutral, professional investigation, I think they're delusional.
But you yourself a couple weeks ago, and you know this, had a tweet where you said Robert Mueller is a superb choice to be special counsel. His reputation is impeccable for honesty and integrity. The media should calm down. Look at Robert Mueller, decorated Marine in Vietnam, appointed to senior positions by 5 presidents, including Ronald Reagan and both Bushes.
Right. And I began to change, frankly, when Comey, with what I thought was an amazingly arrogant statement, pointed out that he felt he had the right to leak to the New York Times. He said this is his words, specifically in order to get a special counsel. The special counsel happens to be his close friend.
But this was a decision by the president's own attorney general, deputy attorney general.
Deputy attorney general.
Deputy attorney general.
Which
How
Comey
can that be called into question?
Which Comey said he deliberately set out to force, and the first 4 people Mueller hires are all Democrats. Now, I understand that in the world of Washington, we have these fancy terms. This is part of why I wrote Understanding Trump, because I think Trump represents a different world. I think the establishment has been traumatized by Trump's victory. And I think things go on right now that are unthinkable. Again, I'm operating, it doesn't seem to affect the news media. I'm operating in a world where somebody can hold up the bleeding head of the president, somebody can assassinate the president in the play, and people go, oh, well, that's just politics.
Neither one of those are Robert Mueller.
No, but they set the tone. 97% of the political contributions in the Justice Department went to Hillary Clinton. Now, if I'm looking at a culture where 97% of the donations went to Clinton, do I think maybe that culture might be biased?
So you're just saying, basically, if that's your point, you're saying that anybody that is appointed by the Justice Department cannot investigate the president.
Comey appointed Fitzpatrick back when Comey was Assistant Attorney General, and Comey knew at the time that there was no crime involved, and he knew who had leaked. This is an obscure case, except that case then let Fitzpatrick for a year during the Bush re-election cause trouble. I'm just telling you, here's what's going to happen. They're going to go out, and then they're not going to get Trump. They're just going to annoy him. But they're going to find some poor person exactly like Scooter Libby, who was Cheney's deputy.
If the president did nothing wrong, what does he have to worry about?
He has to worry. That's my whole point. Scooter Libby did nothing wrong. He ended up going to jail. He did nothing wrong. He was not part of the case, and the independent counsel was trying to flip him to get Dick Cheney. Independent counsels are very dangerous.
Mr. Speaker, thanks for your time this morning. The book is called Understanding Trump. I'll be anchoring our live coverage of Attorney General Jeff Sessions' testimony starting at 2:30 Eastern today. You can get breaking news alerts on the testimony throughout the day by downloading the ABC News app.